Welcome back to the channel. My name is Charlie, otherwise known as Winona Kicks, and today we're doing a review of my 2021 sneaker collection, current edition. It's switching around all the time. I figured I'd finally make a YouTube video on what is in my collection. New Year's coming right around, 2022, so I'm going to be curious to look back on it in a year and see what has changed. But I want to talk about what I have and what I don't think will change for a while, even though it probably will. So let's get right into it. So the first category we are going to be talking about is Jordan 1s. I probably wear these the most next to New Balances. We'll be talking about New Balance in the middle of the video. But the first model I wanted to cover was the Jordan 1 High Sail. This released in 2007. It was a GR release. You could find these on the shelves at Marshall's for pretty cheap. Back in the day, it was when Jordans weren't super wanted. Jordan 1s, I mean, weren't super wanted, and they were releasing too many of them, so they kind of sat on shelves and they went unnoticed, and I'm glad they did because now I have a pair, and you rarely see these out in the wild. The leather quality is absolutely amazing on these. You can see when I touch it, it is super crispy leather. I love the little accent of the red tag, and then it has the red on the inside as well. Super comfortable, very easy to wear just because it's all one color. It's a neutral color. That's something you'll definitely notice in my collection, is how every one of the pairs in my collection is just about a neutral color. I have a few up there that are pretty wild colored, but yeah, I think they're easiest to wear, and I'll just toss them on going to the grocery store or whatever. So Jordan 1 High Sail, love this pair. Let's toss them on the ground. The next pair is another pair of Jordan 1s. I don't wear these super often. I only got them because I got them for $100 used. Got an absolute steal on them. I had them before, I loved them, and then I sold them because I wasn't wearing them that often. But I'd like to wear these more. I think they're a pretty sweet colorway. I had the other colorway in the pack, and the pack that I'm talking about is the Jordan 1 Japan Co. So this is the Tokyo colorway. This is the silver color. They also have the navy blue. I have the navy blue. That was an awesome pair. I loved it. I just didn't wear them as much as I wanted, so I ended up selling them for, I believe, $280. But I got these for $110 used. I mean, you cannot beat that. You have the suede finish on the toe box, kind of a weird silver. They're not super wearable. I like that it's not just the stitched Jordan emblem. It's actually a glass, I guess, a metallic, see-through, transparent, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I don't think I'll sell these just because I got them for $100 and I know the price is going up. So the next pair in the collection is definitely the most worn, especially during the Minnesota winters. Currently right now it is absolutely coming down outside. You might not be able to see it, but it is coming down pretty wild right now. We're in the middle of a blizzard. Anyways, this is definitely the most worn pair in my collection right now. I got them from Trevor, my buddy, MN Reselling. Go check them out. I'll have the link in the description. The Jordan 1 High 85 Neutral Gray. Now, I originally had this pair a couple months ago. I ended up selling them just because the leather was too stiff and I didn't wear them as much as I thought I would. And I got a bunch of DMs. I made a video about how the leather is trash on them, and you got to wear them in before you can get comfort out of them. So I took that to heart. I said, you know what, I'm going to try them again. And they turned into the beater. So beat them up, I'll tell you that. It is a tough to wear at the beginning because they are so stiff, and this is same with the Jordan 1 85 Bread. But I love this pair because they're so easy to clean, and when I'm absolutely cooking them in the winter, you can see the back needs some cleaning, the sole needs some cleaning, obviously. Also, shout out looped laces for the laces, super high quality. Did a little lace swap there. But it's super easy to clean this leather, and it's honestly a great winter beater for Minnesota. So Jordan 1 High 85 Neutral Gray, the 2020 release. Love this, and I don't think I'll sell these. Now, if you know me, then you know I'm constantly selling pairs. I'll say, hey, I'm never gonna sell these, and then I'll sell them, and it might be a financial thing. It might not be. It might be a thing where I am not wearing the shoe and I want to get something else, and I'm always trying to scratch the itch of new pairs. But regardless, the majority of these pairs in my collection are part of the core sneaker collection that I don't think I'll sell. There's a few pairs that I might move in the future, but the rest of these I don't think I'll sell. So the last Jordan 1 High was actually my first retail hit of a Jordan 1 High. And you know, I only got into sneakers a couple of years ago, started reselling and then started collecting. But this was my first retail hit, the Jordan 1 High Mocha. I actually drove 9.5 hours for this pair to get them for retail, and it ended up working out. I spent the whole day trying to get this pair just because resale right at the drop was $350, and obviously I couldn't afford that, and I didn't want to pay resale, so I ended up spending $45 in gas to go get them. And then I got a couple of mids there, the metallic gold mids, and I ended up flipping them because they were unreleased at the time, and I ended up making $200 on that flip. and the gas money. So I only spent like 20-30 bucks to get this pair. First retail hit, Jordan 1 High Mocha. Prices are crazy on these now. I think they're like $550, $600. 10.5 is all my shoe sizes, so I'll show that price on the screen. Super high quality, love this pair. The leather is obviously high quality on this pair. I've worn these a bunch and you can barely tell there's creasing. That's kind of my gauge on whether to tell if they're high quality or not, is if the creasing, you can't tell if there's any creasing. So I love this pair. I will definitely never sell these because of the sentimental value. But yeah, that's it for the Jordan 1 Highs. Let's keep going. The next pair in the collection is the Jordan 1 Low. This is the Starfish, otherwise known as the Shattered Backboard. I have worn these quite a bit. I think I'm actually selling these. I have a buddy coming to pick them up today, but I've worn them a lot. I love the low. It's a great accent color. I just don't think I'll wear them until spring, and I think I'll sell them now just to get something else, just because lows aren't great in the winter in Minnesota. Otherwise, I love this pair. High quality, OG silhouette for Jordan 1 Lows is way better than the new garbage, the GR stuff. So great pair. Definitely gonna sell these though, so this is probably gonna be your last time seeing them before I sell them. So here's a quick little peek at them, and they're gone. So let's keep going. On to the sneaker of the year. Sneaker of the year. This is the Jordan 3 Ma Manieres. I got 2 pairs of these for retail. So I got a pair during the raffle. If you remember, Ma Maniere always does a raffle, then they do the GR, and then they usually re-release them once. I got these in the raffle. I hit somehow. They were going for like 800, and I said, you know what? I really want these, so I'm just gonna wear them. And then they dropped about 350. Now they're almost back up to 800, which is crazy. But I got a pair in the public release also, and I ended up selling those. I should have doubled up and just kept them, but everyone knows this pair. It's an awesome pair. Nothing really to talk about, crazy details, and I will definitely never sell these. So Jordan 3 on Ma Maniere. So the next pair in the collection is a pair that I bet you have never seen on somebody's feet. You might have if you're an OG sneakerhead, but I sure haven't. And these are the Jordan 4 Sand from 2006. Put that in perspective, I was born in 2001, like I said. So these are only 5 years younger than me, which is crazy. But this pair took me almost a year to find. I am a size 10.5. These only released in women's sizing, and so this is a women's size 12. Absolutely mint condition. All the stars are still there, which is crazy to think about since it's a 2006 pair. There's a little bit of cracking on the sole. Yeah, the sole is fully intact. There's a little sole separation on this side, nothing crazy though. So I definitely wear these, just not super often. I won't be selling these obviously because they're super hard to find, and I got them for only $200 on eBay, which is absolutely crazy to me because DS pairs are like over $1,000, and obviously there's just no pairs for these for sale. So Jordan 4 Sand, amazing pair. Let's keep going. Next pair I got in my collection is the first pair of retro Jordans I had before the Mochas. I got the Jordan 4 What The. Now this is just a perfect pair to wear because there's not a ton of differences with this pair. It's pretty subtle for a What The collab. Usually What The collabs are like the Dunks or any of the other ones. I can't think of any of the other ones. These are pretty subtle for that. They're a classic Jordan 4. You got the Nike Air on the back, the red, white, and blue, and then you have the cement. There's a few cool details on them. They're actually half size too big, but I still wear them, and I don't think I'll ever sell them because they're my first pair of retro Jordans. So yeah. So I got 2 more pairs of Jordan 4s in my collection, but they're not what you would think. The metallic green golf shoes. Now, I am a very big golfer. I've been golfing for well over 10 years, closer to 15 years. I've been playing since I was a kid. I've played in hundreds of tournaments. I'm about a 4 handicap, so nothing crazy, but I can get around the course, and I love these. I had a few tournaments this summer that I wore these for. After about 16 holes, they're very uncomfortable, but honestly, if my feet bleed, I don't care because they look amazing on the course, especially with this metallic green sole. It says actually the chrome will finish off or wear off over time, which is kind of a cool little subtle detail. Then the metallic green, and then you actually have the yellow on the inside, which this was a Masters specialty. Bubba Watson wore these in the Masters, and that's where I first saw them, but then they released. Definitely not getting rid of these because the prices are going crazy on them. So the last pair of Jordan 4s in the collection is also a golf shoe. It is the Jordan 4 white cement golf shoe. Now this pair released, I didn't get them for retail. I kept my eye on the market. The problem with Jordan 4 golf shoes is people that get them wear them and keep them. So used pairs never come up. They're kind of like New Balances where people are very avid about them. But anyways, anyways, I ended up finding a used pair. This guy wore them for 2 rounds, which is not a lot, because I've worn them for probably 5 or 6 since then, and that's why they're so yellowed. But he wore them for 2 rounds. Yes, I got them for under retail, which is crazy, and now they're going for like $400 dead stock. So clearly these are not dead stock, but Jordan 4 white cement, classic silhouette, and I'm definitely not selling these. Keeping with the Nike theme, we're gonna go over the Dunks next. Nike ID Dunks. Now they might look absolutely cooked, and that is 100% true. I wore these all summer at work. I got them, me and my girlfriend got the same pair, Nike ID Dunks. I went with the sail sole, the gray suede swoosh, and then all white leather, gray suede on the back. Nothing crazy, but super good pair to wear. I wore these to the gym. I've worn them all over the place, and they're cooked. So yeah, beaters, Nike ID Dunks. Nike SB Dunk Benji, these are cooked also. I love this pair because they're super subtle. There's no swoosh on them. Super cooked though. I mean, I've beat these into the ground. There's scuffing there on the material, but super subtle pair. I love these. I don't think I'll sell them just because they're super subtle, like I've said 10 times now, but great pair to wear. Yeah, Benji Dunk, not much to talk about. Another pair of lows. This is the Nike SB Dunk Camcorder, or the VX1000. This pair released in Asia only. This is an Asian only release. Never released in the US, never released in the UK, so super hard to find. I ended up getting this pair on eBay, but it is paying homage to the VX1000 skateboard camera that blew up in the 90s. You can see that it has certain buttons on the back: shutter speed, white balance, recording level. You have the lace tips, and then you have the record button on the bottom. So a lot of cool features. I'm really into cameras, so I think it's a really cool pair to have, and you get some really good suede on here. So yeah, cool pair. I'm not gonna sell them because they're really hard to find in the US. So the next pair we have is some Nike Dunk highs. These are the Spartan Dunks, beaters. Once again, you can see they're scuffing. I got them on eBay for $90, 90 bucks, because they were skated, which they weren't really even skated. There's a little scuff. I ended up putting the seafoam green laces in there when I had the seafoam greens and kind of kept the laces. So seafoam green laces, I think it's a super cool accent color on the darker green with the light green. Great winter beater, super comfortable. There's a ton of padding in the back. So yeah, Spartan greens. Last pair of Nikes we have are the Magnus Walker SB Dunk highs. Now this is a crazy pair. If you've never seen these in hand, get a pair of them. It's worth $500, which I'd never say that, but these are. The quality is crazy. So these are modeled after the 911 Porsche, the 277. Pretty crazy car in my opinion, and they're meant to be worn, which is why I love this shoe. There's cracking on the leather. This eventually wears off with time, and they look crazy. You have a leather swoosh, red toe box, pretty cool colored sole, and then the inside you have the plaid, blue and the red plaid. I don't know if you can see that, but crazy pair. Everyone needs this in their collection. Super slept on and very comfortable. The next pairs we have are the brand of the year in my opinion, and that is New Balance. These are the New Balance 550s. I've had a couple pairs of 550s. These are ALDs. Love this pair. I wear this all the time. This is up there with the 85 neutral grays in terms of how much I actually wear these. Easy to slip on, super comfortable. This colorway goes with absolutely everything. Gray, the sail, and the white leather. Great pair. If you don't have a pair of 550s, get them because the prices are still going up. Keep going with the New Balances. We have the Rain Cloud from the Protection Pack, the 2002R. Top 3 shoe of the year for me in my opinion. You just don't see shoes like this. The material is absolutely crazy. I'm sure you've seen these on Hidden NY or anywhere else on Instagram. Amazing shoe. It's so comfortable. I've worn these hiking, which I shouldn't have done in perspective. I got these for $250 on GOAT, brand new the week they dropped. Check prices now because they're absolutely going crazy. So I could easily see this being a $1,000 shoe, which you might think sounds crazy, but New Balances, the thing with New Balances, it's the same with the golf shoes. People don't sell them. You keep them, you wear them, and you love them until they're in the ground, and people just never sell them. So there's no used pairs for sale, and so people are always buying new pairs. So get a pair of New Balance Protection Packs. You can get the sea salt or the black pair. Definitely get a pair of them. Another New Balance I got is the Slahy Bembury New Balance. This is the, can't remember the name of it, but super vibrant color. This is definitely the most colorful shoe I have in my collection. Materials are crazy. Again, it's a 2002 R. You have the cork sole, you have leather on the tongue, little leather there. Crazy pair. You have a cool design on the back there. This is just one of my favorite pairs. When you're looking down at a pair of shoes, you can really tell if you like them or not, and this is just one of those pairs that just looks good when you look down at them. So I love them. Crazy pair, good workout shoe, good hiking shoe. But so we have made it to the end. This is the last pair in my collection. I could have covered this pair earlier, but I didn't because it's not on the shelf and it's in a special box. And that is the Jordan 4 Off-White Sail. Now this was my first true grail. Back when this pair came out, I knew it was unattainable at the time. It was going for over $1,000. Just craziness for me. Couldn't do it. And so I had a goal to get these one day, and I ended up getting them. Thankfully, I got them used. I paid 1,200 bucks OG all for them. I've worn them a few times. Obviously, I take good care of them. Yeah, this is just a crazy pair. I have a separate little case for them here. They deserve it because it's such a crazy pair. Never gonna sell these, love them, and rest in peace, Virgil. So that is the end of the video. That is my sneaker collection for 2021. If you guys have any questions about the shoes I have, or if you want to pick up any of the shoes yourself, I suggest you check GOAT or eBay. That's the best prices in my opinion. Otherwise, I'm going to be posting on Instagram and TikTok daily, so go check that out. We'll check you out in the next one. Peace.